Hi everyone, welcome back. I have a fairly quick layout that I did today. The longest part of this layout was journaling, and it's a fairly basic, not too busy layout. So the pictures are of my son, and unfortunately when he was 4 years old he was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. It's not like type 2. For those of you out there who know a child with it, prayers to you and your family. So basically, one of the things from when we got home from the hospital, because you know they have to test their blood sugar many times a day, and one of the only things that would help was he wanted to put multiple band-aids on. And I had a lot of journaling I wanted to do for these pictures. Again, he's 14 now, so this would have been 10 years ago. And so I wanted to use that band-aid paper because I thought that obviously that went perfectly with all the band-aids on his fingers. So this is going to use up a lot of the band-aids embellishments, but not a whole lot of the medicine and pill ones, which I'm not too worried about that. So I took the pattern paper with the band-aids on it, and that is going to be my background. And then I took this 8.5 by 11, and I originally used this size because I thought I was going to be typing my journaling, but then I thought, you know, for this story I kind of wanted it to be handwritten and look more not so professional, or I just wanted it to be more from the heart. So I'm just drawing a bunch of lines on this, and I am going to cut out my journaling so you don't have to watch me. It actually there's all my journaling there, and this layout was a little bit hard to do, I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of a sad little story. It was a hard time for us and for our little guy there, and but I am glad that I finally got this journaled, and I think the page turns out really cute. And I'm just cutting down the edge of these 6x6 papers where it was torn out of this 6x6 pad book. I just wanted to cut off the little rough edge. They kind of had a roughed up edge. And then I am taking the back side of the band-aid paper and mounting it, and you only see a little bit of the blue. You can't really tell that it's pills and all that, so I just wanted a little bit of that on there. And the colors in the picture, again, don't really go with any of this layout. He's wearing green and all that stuff. Poor little baby. It's kind of hard to do this video. So anyways, I'm taking that now, and I've written up all my journaling. I used a brown ink pen to kind of go with all the brown band-aids, and I'm lining up my photos with the top of the journaling on the 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock. The only thing I really don't care for on this layout is that block of white on the bottom, but I didn't really have anything to fill that in. And I decided also to go ahead and ink the edges of this white pattern paper. That's the only thing I ink on this layout, with my brown close to my heart ink. And then I'm going to glue that down, and I'm going to take the embellishments that were left over from the last mini kit that I used. And I what I'm looking for now is I wanted to use up maybe a little bit of wood veneer, and I wanted something to go around his finger there to kind of draw the emphasis of the page to how many band-aids, I don't know. But when we left the hospital, we told him we would stop by the store and he could pick out as many band-aids as he wanted, and he picked out a lot of band-aids. And every time we tested for a while, that is what his finger looked like. He wanted, if that helped, we were willing to do whatever would make it easier on him. And so you can see I had that chipboard frame a long time ago. I have no idea where I got that. So I added that, and I really feel like that drew a lot of attention to that part of the picture. That was really what this whole layout was about. And then so I wanted to add some wood veneers around the rest of the page since I had them here, or since I added that frame in the middle. So I had this chipboard arrow that said "you," and I have struggled to use that a lot of times. I've had that, again, I think that came from a Scraptastic kit. And so I put the heart above it to make it sound or look like it says "love you," is what I was trying to do with that corner up there. And then I took another heart down at the bottom where I wrote in the journaling that I loved him too. I also wanted to draw attention to that with that other arrow. And so my embellishments are pretty much going to go from the top left to the bottom right of the page. It's going to be kind of a diagonally type page. And I'm going through my brown letter stickers here. I had 2 different Doodlebug fonts, and I went with this one because it's not really a playful page to me. I wanted to go a little bit more with, oh, in here is a, I'm looking up to make sure I'm spelling Band-Aid right. I swear that I just didn't want to spell Band-Aid wrong anyways. So my title is going to be Band-Aid Finger, and like I said, I wanted this is more block type of font, so it's not scripty and fun, because I didn't want to go for a fun really atmosphere with this layout. So like I said, my title is going to say Band-Aid Finger, and luckily I had all the letters for that. And again, I'm using up more of my alphabet stickers, so that made me happy. And I'm just finishing that off. Looks like my G's a little crooked on the video, but oh well. Oh, I did fix it. Okay, good. Laid down all my alphabets. And I didn't have a whole lot. This is the last layout that I am doing with these embellishments and pattern papers. But I'm glad that I used these. Like I said, I think the whole Band-Aid theme goes really good with the whole page. So sorry my head's in the video there. I got to work with my camera a little more. I know somebody said it's okay if my head's there on occasion as long as it's not the whole video, but it's kind of driving me nuts. But so I glued down all my wood veneer, and now I'm just looking at the last little embellishments. I don't have too many left from the last layout. I added this enamel Band-Aid to that wood veneer. I felt like it was just a real stark light brown color, so I wanted to add a little something to it. And then I decided to add foam tape to this enamel Band-Aid because it kind of got lost with all the Band-Aids on that pattern paper. So I decided, since I added foam tape to that one, that I would go ahead and add foam tape and to another one and stick it up in the top left cluster. And there's not really a whole lot more I do to this layout. This pretty much is going to be it. I did add a couple more Band-Aids around just to use them up. Oh, and actually looking at the video with that big Band-Aid there, it actually looked kind of cute on that bottom part. Maybe I will go change that and add that on there. But this is basically it. There will be just a still photo at the end. I didn't take close-ups since the clusters were fairly simple. The main thing I wanted to do on this page was the journaling. Oh yeah, I am also going to add a few stars around. I added a wood heart in the bottom right cluster since I had one in the top left cluster. So I decided I would try, see what a couple stars look like. I didn't want too much again on this layout, so I wanted it to just be the journaling. And I am going to add the date after I am finished with the video. I think you might see it in the still photo. I just used my roller date stamp though. I am looking here because I thought maybe I would have some wood stickers. I was thinking these Tim Holtz ones, maybe that I could use those since they were brown, but I was just trying to think of anything kind of positive wise to say, you know, because this is not as happy of a page. And I hope this inspires you to go ahead and scrap one of those not so happy photos and you know, get it done. And I actually started my next layout, but this layout made me a little sad for the day. But that's okay. We are in a better place now. He's 14. He does great with it now. Again, anybody out there who knows a little kiddo or someone with type 1, here's to you, and give me a thumbs up. And yeah, so that is basically it. I don't end up adding anything else. So I hope you like this video. I hope this helps you find another way. If you know, obviously not all kiddos are going to come home from the hospital, or you're not going to have a lot of people out there with pictures of that to scrapbook, but any kind of injury or anything would work for these. So all right, that is the layout. I will talk to you guys later. Thank you very much. Bye.